Hello, welcome to another video. Again, I'm going to make a planner project. Like I said in my last video, I'm addicted to making things from my planner. So I'm going to make a planner, I'm going to make a folder that almost looks like the Midori ones. It's very close to the Midori ones. I changed up a little bit, but I'm just going to try to make it, and I figured I would show you how to make it, or share with you how I make it, okay? I'm going to use folders, and you can use any kind of folder that you want. I have these pretty little decorative ones. Some of them are shiny, and some of them are not. I did want to let you know that I do have these ones, which I believe were from the Target spot. And I tried making one with this, but the paper's cracked, and I do not like the way that looks on the edges, and I think it's because of the gold foiling. It cracked on both sides. If it just cracks on one side, you can hide that on the inside of the folder because you don't open them up, but for this, it cracked on both sides, and I'll show you what I mean here. We'll get nice and close. This is the paper, the folded, and you can see the white edges. And then when I turn it this way, you can see the rough edges as well. And that is with scoring it. It's still cracked. So I believe that that has to do with the foil or the kind of paper that this is. But I would not recommend, unless this doesn't bother you. It did bother me, so I actually ended up scrapping this whole piece. But if it doesn't bother you, then go ahead, because it's kind of cool to have the inside be the gold foil. I like that a lot. But for me, it's not going to work. But these ones here worked really good, and a regular manila folder will work really well too, and then you could decorate it yourself. Regular 12 by 12 paper won't work as well, because unless you wanted to do it in two parts, you could do that if you wanted to, but it would work easier if you could do it all in one part. And because of the length of the folder, when you open it up, this will work much better. So here's the thing. We're going to use this, and we're going to start off. First thing we're going to do is trim it down a little bit. And we want to trim it to 8 1/4. 8 1/4, and you could even go a little bit bigger if you wanted to, but I'm gonna go with 8 1/4 for now and see if that works. Okay, 8 1/4, and then I'm gonna turn it around and I'm gonna cut this one at 8 3/4. Okay, then we're going to put the cutter away because we don't need it anymore. Then what we're going to do is get our scoreboard. Okay. And we're going to score this. And put it in here, and we're going to score this at 3 3/4. Yes, 3 3/4. Now here's the thing. I am making my folder to fit. Let me show you here. I want it to fit. I've already made one. And I want it to fit around a notebook just because that's the way that I have it in. I like it to be around the notebook, okay? But the thing is with this shorter measurement, measuring this to be the exact size of my notebooks, it didn't fit very well. So I added that little bit, the extra 1/4 of an inch, so that I'd have a little more space here. Now, if you do your folder to where it's alone, then you take off the extra 1/4 of an inch. Just cut yours at 8, okay? that's something to think about. But because I want mine to wrap around, I am going to, I cut mine to 8 1/4, which gives me just a little bit more space, but still keep it within the constraints of my book. Then I'm going to turn it around here, and I'm going to score this at 8 1/4. And it's just a teensy bit too long, so I'm going to flip it over and do it at 8 1/4 on this side as well. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to keep mine in the folded position, and I'm going to remove this section right here. Okay, and then once you get to the second fold, you can just cut it off just like that. So you can see this is what we have. When we open it up, this is what it's going to look like. You're just going to have these 2 tabs on the bottom here. And that's how we're going to attach it. Okay, and then I want to make mine, this is what's going to happen. This is going to fold in like this. And then this is what's going to give you your folder. With the Midori ones, it kind of comes down a little bit, and they have the angle. So we're going to put the angle, but I'm not going to make it come down. I'm going to make it stay up at the top, I think. If I don't like it, then I will just take it off. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little ruler here, and I'm going to go up about 2 1/2. This measurement doesn't really matter. It's kind of your preference. However high you want the widest part of your pocket to come out. I'm going to go up about 2 1/2. And then I'm going to come up here to the top, and I'm going to just measure out 1 inch. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it back up, and I'm going to put it in my trimmer, and I'm going to line up those 2 little marks that I just created. So I created one right there, and whoops, one at the top there. So they're both, now those 2 marks that I just made are both touching my trimmer, and all I'm going to do is trim them off. Okay, there we go. And then there's our folder. Pretty simple, huh? Okay, from this point, we can move on. We're going to fold this and score it. It will help it to look a little bit neater if you trim this in a little bit, but that's just a matter of preference. Whatever you prefer, we'll just trim those tabs in. And then we're going to trim this one in as well. Okay, now we fold it, and this is what we have. Okay, this is essentially our folder. Now, on the Midori ones, they did come down about 1/2 inch, or maybe about 3/4 of an inch. I don't know exactly. I've only seen them. I don't have any of the Midori folders, so I'm not exactly positive how far they come down. But you could come down here if you wanted to. I think for this one, I'm going to leave it because I like the way that it looks. Okay. The next thing is that on the Midori ones, they have a slit here. So I'm going to show you how to do that if you want to do that. Okay, and if you want it to be cohesive on both sides, so you just make a little measurement, and if you write all on the inside, this page is going to be attached down, so you won't see anything. So you can just go ahead and write whatever you want to write on the inside of this part here. I'm just going to make a little mark there, and that's about 2 inches up from the top. Again, this measurement is, a matter of preference. And also, the slit is a matter of preference if you want to put it on. If you don't, it's up to you. Okay, but I'm going to show you how to do it. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to line up my ruler. Okay. And now this piece here is 3 3/4. So I am going to I want to keep a 1/2 inch on this side and a 1/2 inch on this side. So I'm going to start my line at the 1/2 inch mark, and I'm going to go to the 3 1/4 inch mark, and that's my line. Okay, pretty simple, fairly easy so far. And then I'm going to go ahead and just slice that open. Just like so. And then you've got 2 choices. If you have a hole punch that will reach all the way up there, which I don't think mine will. Let's see here. Nope. And no. Okay. For me, it won't work. But if you do have a hole punch that will reach all the way in there, what you can do is punch a hole right at the edge of that. And then you can connect the bottom lines of the hole to create your slit. And that will give you a nice oval sides. Plus also, it will help your sides to not rip. If you do not have a hole punch, then you obviously can't do that part, which I can't. And I don't really want a slit per se or an opening, so I'm actually just going to leave mine like this. This gives me a nice enough spot to, say, stick a paper clip. I could stick a Project Life card in there. I could stick whatever I wanted to essentially in there, and it would hold it down. Okay? Or I could do no slit at all. For this one, since I did do the slit there, I'm going to do the slit on this side just so they match. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to draw my line starting at the 1/2 inch mark and ending at the 3 1/4 inch mark. Okay, then I'm going to take my razor, my X-Acto knife, and slice it open. And there we go. That gives me a nice little pocket. And then I just like to take my bone folder and go over it, because when you cut with your X-Acto knife, it's just going to push out a little bit of the... You're just going to have a little tiny rough edge, and I just like to smooth it out. Okay. There we go. And now, next step, we're just going to adhere down. I don't have any issues with my tape runner. If you do have issues, you could use hot glue. You could use wet glue. You could use red line tape. Just use a strong tape, because you are going to be pulling on it when you're putting stuff in and out. So just use something, whatever kind of adhesive that you really like. And then you've created a lovely pocket. And I love it. It's my favorite thing so far that I have created for my planner. I saw the Midori folders, and I wanted to get one, but I didn't want to order one. I just didn't, I thought they would be fun, but I didn't know if I would use it enough. So I never got one. But it's kind of fun to make your own. All I'm doing now here is also a matter of preference, and that's just rounding the corners. And the only reason that I did that is because I round the corners of all of my notebooks as well. The only one that's not rounded is the one that came with this book. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, I'm going to slide it underneath there, and now it fits beautifully. I love it. Just adding that little extra bit makes it fit super nice. I mean, this size is still really great if you're going to use it alone. And I love this pattern. It's super pretty. But if you want to use it around your notebook, it works really good to add the extra 1/4 of an inch before you trim it. Because now I've got lots and lots of space. I probably even could have just added an 1/8 of an inch if I really wanted to. But, because I do have enough space there. But it doesn't overhang my notebook. Doesn't hang off. I still got plenty of room inside here. You can see here. Let's see, where's that folder? There we go. There's that folder. You can see I've still got plenty of room. So for me, this is going to be perfect. And I love it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sure that I will be back with more. And also, if you are watching this one and you missed my video yesterday, I am doing a giveaway. And I've added to my collection of what's in the giveaway so far. So if you want to go and watch that video and leave a comment, you have to leave a comment on that video to win. I do have quite a few things, and I'm still making more. Everything I make another one to put into the giveaway. So it's kind of fun. So it's going to be a good size giveaway. So if you want to go enter, go enter. And I will see you all again very soon with another video. Bye-bye now.